Hey guys, my name is Victoria and I am a writing and rhetoric major over at the University of Central Florida in Orlando, Florida. Not only that, but I am a creator. Today I'm going to be talking to you about what it means to be a rhetorician and a writer and how that has influenced me to continue up until this point. So to start, I'm going to give you a very brief overview of what it means to be a rhetorician. Rhetoric began about 2,500 years ago as the study of the forms of communication and argument that was essential to the public, political, and legal life in ancient Greece. Since then, it's evolved into a very rich and diverse body of research, text, and pedagogies. Ever since I could sit down and read, I've had a passion for living outside the normality of my life. My love for reading and writing began as a child, and there I would always make it a task to either read a chapter of the Magic Tree House series or the Percy Jackson series right before bedtime. As a kid, the thought of traveling back in time and experiencing history was a guilty pleasure of mine. The Magic Tree House series taught me about history in a way that was fun and creative, and with the Percy Jackson series, I learned about the history of Greek mythology. As school progressed, I was able to relate the facts that I had learned from reading through symbols in both mythology and history, and that later on influenced my writing to resemble dystopian and science fiction stories. Reading and writing became a way for me to express my thoughts and talents constantly. My first experience in writing began when I was about a junior in high school, and the directors, they had pulled up like this really weird show out of nowhere. It was called Children's Letters to God, and they pulled it out of the air. Honestly, I have no idea where this came from, but it was also a really short show, so they wanted us to write a prologue and an epilogue. And by doing this, my classmates and I, we formed a bunch of scenes prior to the show and after the show. I got the opportunity to play my own character. Her name was Penny, and I created my monologue and I played her on stage in front of my whole entire town. That was the first time where I really got to explain myself in front of people, and that was a cool thing. That was a really cool thing to do. Following that, I went on to college. I went to Dean College for the first 2 years of my college career, and I got my associates in English. And there I took a couple classes on analyzing literature and creative writing, and also learning about symbolism. And for that, I found that to be the most exciting class to take. I learned about how to utilize symbolism in my stories, as well as to analyze symbolism in classic literature. I still have the book. It's somewhere, but this is basically what it is. It's probably my favorite book to this day. I love to look at it when I'm writing and crafting and trying to figure out what kind of symbols I want to use in my stories. So I use that a lot, and I'm honestly so thankful for those couple of courses that I had taken at Dean College, because they really taught me how to be creative. Whereas at UCF, I learned how to be more of a critical thinker, and I learned how to be more of like a professional. Eventually, I found the writing and rhetoric major, and that became kind of like the place to be. I love writing and rhetoric because I was able to meet a lot of my classmates there. So moving into UCF and going into a smaller major was probably the best fit for me, mostly because I was able to express myself and have my voice be heard and be recognized in the halls by classmates and teachers. That really gave me a lot of confidence, and I know for sure that following UCF, I'm going to continue writing, because I have suffered from writer's loss, and I've taken a little bit of a hiatus from writing creatively. I do a lot of professional work right now. I love to peer edit and peer review, but right now there's something missing, and I think that's because I haven't been creatively writing. So following college, my big plans are to finish my novel that I had started in junior year of high school, and also write a poetry book. I hope you liked listening to the tea with me. That's pretty much my story. I don't have much else to say. I love writing. Rock on.